Hi folks, Linda Curry here, and I am in a different kitchen. I am up north at our cabin, and I am going to share with you today a protein bar. Now, in all honesty, I tried to duplicate one of my favorite protein bars. It's a pea and rice protein bar, and the flavor was chocolate mint, and I was a bit addicted to this protein bar, so I took the ingredients, I substituted some healthier ingredients, I took out a couple ingredients that I didn't have, and I'm just kind of playing around with it. So it is delicious. The consistency I'm still kind of playing around with, but I'm going to share it with you. I think you're going to really like it. The first thing I want to do is grind up a couple tablespoons of chia seed. I thought I had flax, but I don't. But this is going to work just fine too. I'm hoping that by grinding up the chia and adding a little bit of warm water to it, it's going to create kind of a thickening consistency for this bar to kind of hold it together. So I'm going to use my little herb grinder here. Or maybe you have a coffee grinder you can use at home. Okay. So that's ground up. We're going to take a couple tablespoons put it in a small dish like this, and we're going to add a touch of warm water to that. Maybe 2-3 tablespoons. Then I'm just going to stir that up. It's going to get really thick. And probably looking at more like 3 to 4 tablespoons of water. When you use warm water as opposed to cold, it's going to thicken a lot quicker. Okay, and what I'm looking for here is kind of an egg-like consistency, so it's still pretty thick. The general rule of thumb here is for every tablespoon of ground chia or flax, you want 3 tablespoons of water. And it's looking like that's probably what we're going to be using here. Okay, we're going to let that sit. Next thing I want to do is pulse some nuts. And we're going to do, let's see, maybe half a cup of walnuts and a half a cup of pecans. Just going to pulse that a little bit. And we're going to set that aside. We're going to use this for a topping. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, we are going to add all the rest of the ingredients to the food processor and then blend that up. So we're going to start with a cup of protein powder. Now you can use whatever protein powder you like. I am not necessarily promoting this brand, but the brand is Amazing Grass Protein Superfood. So it's got a pea and rice sprouted protein, and then it's got a bunch of greens in there too, so I say why not? So we're going to add a cup. Why not get some broccoli and spinach in our protein bars? The chocolate is going to hide any of that bitter taste. Next, we are going to add 3/4 cup raw cacao powder. Now remember, cacao is raw chocolate as opposed to cocoa. So we want to use the raw cacao so we get the maximum amount of antioxidants and other nutrition. All right, that is 3/4 cup. And then we're also going to do 3/4 cup of this sunflower seed butter. Now, you can use a different nut butter, almond butter, whatever you like. I really like this sunflower butter. Okay, we've got 3/4 cup sunflower butter in there. 1/2 cup melted coconut oil. So I'm up here and it's a little chilly up in northern Arizona, so I had to melt my coconut oil first. So we're going to add 1/2 cup. And we're going to do 1/8 cup of honey, which actually is 2 tablespoons. And I'm going to dip this in my coconut oil. That way the honey's going to slide right out. I won't have to scrape my spoon here. Okay, we have 2 tablespoons of honey in there. Next, we are going to add 1/2 teaspoon of pure monk fruit. By doing that, we get to cut down on the amount of honey we use. Just a sprinkle of sea salt. You might need more if your nut butter is not salted. Okay, I'm going to add my really thick chia seeds here. And we're going to blend this up. I'm going to scrape the sides, blend it one more time. Okay, we've got what looks like it's just a big ball of dough, and that's what we want. We want it to stick together like that. Now, always taste your mixture. And I like the sweetness of it. I think it's perfect. You may need more sweetener. I don't know. I'm going to take my chopped nuts and I'm going to mix in maybe 1/2 of them. I'm also going to do the same with some dried blueberries. So I'm going to add maybe 1/3 cup total and add 1/2 of those into the mixture and save some for the topping. I'm just going to roughly kind of work that in. Okay, I am going to put this into a baking dish. Okay, now all I'm going to do is press this in with my hands. Now the flavor I chose for this is, of course, chocolate, but the dried blueberries and the nuts are going to add a nice flavor. One of the things I've also done, instead of the blueberry and nuts, is I will add peppermint oil, about 10 drops. And it'll give it this nice chocolate mint flavor. Sprinkle the rest of my blueberries and the rest of the nuts. And then I'm just going to press that in gently. So it's still on the top. It's not going to fall off. A few more blueberries. And here we have it. Now what I'm going to do is refrigerate this until it solidifies enough, but not too much that I can't cut it with a butter knife. So I want to refrigerate it maybe 30 to 45 minutes. Then I'm going to cut them into squares, and then I'll refrigerate it longer. So I'll see you back here soon. Hey folks, I am back. We have refrigerated this for about 30 minutes and it's firm, but I can still cut through it easily. It's a little more firm on the outside than the inside. That's okay. Cut it into whatever size pieces you like, and they pop right out. And these are going to be just delicious. They're going to harden a little more in the fridge, but what I'm going to do is pop these out, put them in some kind of a Tupperware dish, and store them in the refrigerator. And you can put half in the freezer if you want to save them for another time. And I think you are just going to love them. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and if you tried it or substituted any of the ingredients to make it your own. I'd love to hear what you did. Thanks for watching.